94 82 pass sack, and I have the ability to.
kicks, MP. Get the popcorn ready. It's game time. You were the top rookie last month.
The Bucks are always hyped to play in front of their home crowd, and tonight's no different. Some confident players coming through the tunnel earlier. So happy to have you here for a midweek edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This should be an intriguing contest. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. Taking a look at Atlanta, no movement for them, maintaining their top 10 spot.
When I look at Milwaukee, they've begun this year playing with some real fire, and it's produced some top-notch basketball, doing better than many expected.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels, and it's Capella in at the 5 down low. And for Milwaukee, inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Then there's Kyle Kuzma, then there's Damian Lillard, and it's Nash in at the 2. With a new season underway, what are some areas that are challenging for players to get used to again, Grant?
You know, B.A., I think being on the road again in general, making sure you continue to eat right, get the proper rest, getting into a routine as quickly as possible. That's what's the most challenging at first.
Young against Lillard. Young attacking. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
Here's Nash. Turned in an outstanding game against Detroit. This one for 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Nash.
Outside Johnson. Back to Young. Launches it. It's a three-pointer. Young's got 5.
How's that for revenge? You know Young is looking to come right back with a triple of his own.
Antetokounmpo can't connect. Now the Hawks with it. This game against Milwaukee here. It's their first meeting of the season. Daniels passes to Young. Off target from outside.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Pass to Kuzma. Antetokounmpo outside. From deep. Nash misses. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Risache. His numbers are solid, putting up around 18 points a game. To the inside. And the slam dunk by Capella.
You know, Capella, one of the very best in the league at getting out of the screen and getting to the right spot.
Pass to Nash. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Back to Lillard. Here's Nash. The three is up. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Beautiful dime from Lillard that time. Good eyes there.
Well, Clark, this Bucks roster is loaded with veteran talent, but their window for another run won't last long.
No, those windows don't last forever, especially with so many young teams around the league on the ascent. The Bucks may want to take a page from them and give some of their younger players a chance to grow and contribute.
The Bucks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Kuzma. Nice start for him. Taking his first shot.
The passion Kuzma plays with inside rubs off and makes his whole team better.
And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. They trail by 1. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
It always helps when your opponent turns the ball over that many times. I thought it was the deciding factor overall.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
Now here's Lillard. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Pistons in Detroit. Here's Rizachet. And Atlanta misses again.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look. His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Hawks trail by 3. Young looking around. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Daniels. They can't stop the run with that one.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
Here's Nash. Capella with a rebound. The Hawks have gone 3 of 8 so far. Here's Daniels. Antetokounmpo covering. There's a screen by Johnson. Down low. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
You know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Here's Nash. Give him 8 points now. Off target with the open look. Here's Rizachet. Outside Young. Out to the right wing. Count that bucket. Young's got 7 points in the game.
Courageous play by Young. I mean, he goes inside and gets past the contact to his shot.
Here's Nash. And another miss by Milwaukee.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Johnson passes to Young. Six to shoot. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline. The Bucks have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. And that one is hammered home.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Johnson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. And Young, the bucket on the assist by Johnson. He's got 10.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Antetokounmpo finds Lopez. And here is Kuzma. Here's Nash. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 from deep. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers. He was talking about unsung contributions, particularly those from Clint Capella. He cited the hard screens, the rebounding, the willingness to get his hands dirty. This is a guy who never complains. He just puts his hard hat on and he goes to work. Brian?
Allie, thank you. And Atlanta with possession here. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Young from long range. It's hauled in by Nash. The Bucks trail. Here's Lillard. Capella with a block.
Boy, the timing Capella has on the defensive end. Outstanding. Terrific at knowing exactly when to go up for those blocks.
I just love the ball movement.
For Milwaukee, they've got 6 of 14 in so far. Nash passes to Lopez. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, guys, in a year with no consensus #1 overall pick, Fabien Sachet out of France, maybe not a surefire star, but certainly a player with a lot of talent, a 3-and-D prospect with the prototype length and size. The Hawks saw him as a plug-and-play addition to their roster. He should be making an instant impact, guys.
Absolutely. All right, Shams, thank you. Good stuff. And the first one at the line is good. Over the last few years, Atlanta struggled defensively, Graham.
Yeah, the Hawks haven't been better than 20th in defensive rating since 2017. They've had some great offensive teams during that time, but their defense has held them back.
Man, he's checked in for the Hawks. And he makes both free throws. Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams, but Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
Nash. Rebound, Trae Young.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
There's the three. It's hauled in by Nash. Nash has got his 4th rebound in this one. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they're going to need to find a way to get back on track.
And Antetokounmpo is just fearless. I mean, hit him, knock him around. Really doesn't faze him. Doesn't matter. I mean, this guy is determined to get the job done. And he does.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Atlanta.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. They've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
And that one misses. And Clark, Giannis is an endearing player in many ways. Which one of his dad jokes is your favorite?
Tell you what, BA, I can't pick out a favorite, but I love the fact that he's got such a great sense of humor and a sense of being comfortable in his own skin. That all comes out when he interacts with the media and fans. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and I think that's why so many people love him.
The Hawks lead by 3. Now here's Young. Really played well against New Orleans in his last game. Crafty move, and he gets it to go. Young's got 17.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Out left to the wing. Here's Nash. 14 points for him. Antetokounmpo can't connect. On the wing man, guarded by Trent. Man misses.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Young, the pass to Capella. He's off on that one. Oh, great D that time from Portis. Trent finds Antetokounmpo. Here's Nash. The 3 ball. Counted. That's his 7th basket of the game in 14 tries.
Antetokounmpo, nice pass there. Good at finding his open teammates.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Young. Let's go with a 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
And guys, those road games are never easy. But they had a solid strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, game balls all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and executed well to get the win.
After having trailed for a while, they could retake the lead.
Nice effort to battle back and put themselves in this position.
On the push, here comes Atlanta. Here's Daniels. Antetokounmpo covering. Daniels passes to Capella. Fades and shoots. It's wide right, hits off the rim. The Bucks shooting 45% from the field in this first. Johnson against Antetokounmpo. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup. Antetokounmpo has got his second bucket of the night.
Look, we know Giannis can get it done inside. Defense will have to try much harder to stop him in there.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
No. No. Japanese. I speak to you English way. Can you instigate Michael after that? No. It's now my career only. Online. No. Stop it.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Prince has checked in. A big group substitution here for Atlanta. Nance, he's checked in for Capella. Niang comes in for Johnson. Risache, he's checked in for Daniels. And Karis LeVert
This is
subbed in for Young.
my play in group playing game
Here's LeVert. And in that
online.
Pelicans, he was a major factor as well.
What the fuck?
Nance against Portis. Pass to Risache. They still need this. Sinks the tray. And the Hawks lead by 1.
So good off the catch. The defense has to guard Risache better than this.
Antetokounmpo surveys. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
LeVert goes against Porter. Niang a screen. Over to the wing. Just 5 on the clock.
Okay, it's
Power down with both hands.
Good heads up basketball.
運営は何を考えてんだろうな。
Shot clock and game clock.
全然オンラインが楽しくない。
Here's
その割に報酬がバカでかい。レベルキャップ 5も開けれる報酬があるのに、オンラインゲームがそうだ。真面目にやってんのは青臭い。このゲーム。たまに 毎日やってるけど、オンラインはクソ。
To a game that's been pretty close so far here. And for the Hawks guys, what jumps out to you statistically?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
And the Hawks, looking at who they've got, George Niang out there with Larry Nance. Then it's Karis LeVert, then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Risacher in at the shooting guard position. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season pairing
これレップはきっちらしい。VC はたまんないわ。無駄にアンチエンジンシステムを入れてるし。意味がわからない。
Lillard outside, three-pointer. The rebound by Atlanta.
俺毎日やってるな。そうとか言ってくる。他にやるゲームはないから。
And there's the ability to finish for Risacher. Nobody scares him at the rim.
Here's Lillard following the score by Atlanta. The three-pointer off the mark.
ツイッターで言われたもん。逆にクソゲーやった方がいいんじゃないって言われたから、クソゲーやってる。
Here's Risacher. Niang a screen.
DVD とか、アンインストールした。
Risacher's gotten 4 this quarter.
Yeah, what a move by the light-footed rookie.
もうダメだ、あのゲーム救いようがねえ。
Trent, the pass to Kuzma. Portis outside. Pass to Lillard. Beyond the arc. Lillard drains the outside shot. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication
ここにサバだ。文句が言いたい。めっちゃ文句言いたい。DVD の文句をめっちゃ言いたい。やってるとイライラしてタバコの本数が増えるっていう。クソイライラするからね。DVD やるとすっきら。まだ人が来ればいいけど、来ない時のキラーでやばいよ。冒険しか歯がない。
So what's the best way to stay ready if you're on the end of the bench?
Yeah, that's a good question, B. I never experienced that as a starter in the short career that I had in the NBA. With all the travel, I think you just got to make a commitment to get in the extra work between the few practices that you have. So it's really being self-motivated as an individual, be professional, and anticipate that.
日本人やっていないあんま。ちなみに俺バスケ経験者じゃないからゲームでしかバスケ知らない。ゲームか漫画しか知らない。やったことない。あ、やったことあるか。やったことあるけど。ああ、サッカーよりかは面白かった。
From deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside, Green. Pass to Nash. Lets it go from deep. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Nash has got 20.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
LeVert left side. They set a pick. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Levert's got his first points of the night.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Green, the pass to Nash. The rebound by Atlanta. Levert outside. Rejected by Lopez.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play.
Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Young comes in for man.
Trae Young.
And the Hawks with possession here. It's a three-point game. Unloads from 13. And he drains it, making him 7 for 15 for the day.
And the defense has to be more aware, or else Young will stick them from the mid-range every time.
Here's Nash. He's checked by Levert. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Oh, what tremendous focus to absorb the contact and find a way there to finish.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, getting everything he possibly could out of that play.
For the Bucks, Nash. Shooting one.
And the free throw, no good. Atlanta leading by 3. Here's Krejci. Still no points. Levert outside from the arc. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
No doubt about it, guys. Levert testing his range a little bit there, but you know what? You've got to appreciate him doing it because that means he's getting more confident.
Here's Nash. 22 points for him. And he jams it home with authority.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Green up top. He shoots. Levert with a rebound. The Hawks have gotten 8 of 12 attempts to drop since the beginning of the second. Oh, got a piece of it. Portis with the steal. And he's all alone. He goes up. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Just good hustle. Always nice to get an easy bucket on the break.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and control the defensive glass.
Nash misses. The Hawks lead by 4. Pass to Young. Here's Krejci. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Levert. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Nash has got 6 rebounds in the game.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Milwaukee shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Porter Jr. comes in for Damian Lillard. And no luck at the stripe this time. Second one won't fall.
He wasn't quite as assertive as he needed to be in the first quarter, but now he's taking a more head-on approach and getting himself to the line.
Now here's Capella. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Daniels passes to Young. Fearless from Young inside.
Yeah, he can light up the stat sheet. Young really putting on a clinic.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh! Giannis powers it down with force.
Absolute insane display of dribbling from Antetokounmpo. I mean, you can't take this guy lightly when he's got the ball. Mad handles for a guy of any size, but 7 feet tall. Come on, man. That's ridiculous.
Here's Rizachet. He's got 12. Misses the three. Here's Nash. And he dunks it down.
You know, he attracts a lot of attention, and Lopez making the most of it there to set his teammate up with an open look.
Here's Rizachet. Capella, the pass to Young. Off the mark there with a three.
In the first quarter, he was killing them from outside, but he can't get it going here.
And here's Green from the arc. Connects from downtown. And the Bucks lead by one. Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride.
You do me one, I'll do you one better. It feels like we have a lead change every few possessions.
And let's take a look at some of the players we expect to participate in this year's dunk contest. Always an exciting event.
Yeah, year after year, these guys find new ways to innovate and stun the judges. It's remarkable stuff.
If he can keep raking in the votes and hold on to his number 4 spot, he'll make the cut for the contest for sure.
And I see no reason why he shouldn't. And frankly, I think he's got a pretty good shot at wowing the judges and winning the whole thing.
So that's how things are currently looking for the dunk contest. But of course, we'll update you with the latest news as we receive it.
And as this lineup starts to take shape, this event is only getting more and more exciting.
There's Young with the three. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And that one drops.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Rizachet. 12 points for him. Back to Young to stop the run. Look at Young, making it look easy.
Boy, he strikes again from range. His 4th in this game after draining 3 in the first period.
And out on the wings, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
And the slam dunk by Capella.
The 6'10" Capella showing you some bounce on that alley-oop.
And it's Porter with the ball for Milwaukee. Trailing by 2. Jackson gets the bucket.
High percentage play. He's excellent around the rim.
Atlanta's gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Here's Rizachet. Young from long range. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
He's been dropping them in from downtown since the tip. 3 triples in the first quarter, 2 more since.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Here's Nash. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Atlanta leading by 3. To the left side wing. Back to Young. Drops in the layup for 2. Young's got 31.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Here's Nash. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. Antetokounmpo has got 3 assists now in this one. Young, the pass to Johnson. Here's Rizachet. Here's the teardrop. Can't get it to go. 5 for 11 in the game now. The Bucks shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. Jackson can't get it to go. Atlanta's gone 50% from the perimeter in this second, shooting 4 of 8. Here's Young. Another one falls for Atlanta.
And so shifty with great handles. Young gets the defender to commit, then takes full advantage.
Lets it fly. Porter's shot is off. Outside Young. Fearless Trae Young.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
You know, that's how it's supposed to do. These hot streak guys don't last minutes, they last days.
And so that's the end of the first half. Atlanta on top, up by 6. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. Drums, shot. Oh, better luck next time. Let's hear it for our contestant.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Player of the Month awards are in. Let's check them out. In the Western Conference, Nikola Jokic.
The talent of the Jokers being recognized. Big achievements for the big man from Serbia. He's one of those players that can win at any time.
Yeah, he's asked to do a lot, I'm telling you, but he ends up doing it, and he gets a lot of triple-doubles, Shaq.
And now let's check out the game at hand. It was a solid first half effort for the Hawks.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting the crowd get into their heads. In fact, they've looked comfortable at times. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
The Bucks trail by 6. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Damian Lillard. And it's Nash in at the 2. That's Doc Rivers 5 as we get into the second half. The 3. The rebound by Atlanta.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Now here's Capella. Pass to Rizachet. Shot clock at 5. From deep, Johnson. It's cleared by Damian Lillard. The Bucks shooting pretty well at 45%. Here's Lopez. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th assist with that last one. Young against Lillard. Young misses.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Nash passes to Kuzma. Fires for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Nash just got 34.
And Antetokounmpo is a very gifted passer now, capable of running the offense and getting his guys going in the process.
And that was beautiful timing on that play. Daniels with good lift off the floor makes it look so easy.
Nash misses. Atlanta leading by 3. Young inside, defended by Lillard. Young, the pass to Capella. Shoots over Lopez. Good work defensively by Lopez.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Now here's Young. Give him 35. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him.
And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the third quarter.
Pass to Nash for the lead. Offensive rebound. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Hawks leading. Here's Rizachet. And he's 6 for 12 after that one.
It's always good to see Rizachet mixing it up down low.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Kuzma, the pass to Nash. And he hits it to tie the game. Nash has got 39.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Here's Daniels. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Here's Nash. Fires, high post. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Pass to Daniels. Out to the right wing. Now Capella. Back to Daniels. Shot is up. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo is to the paint. Here's Nash. And they take the lead. Nash has got 41.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Outside Johnson. Back to Young. And a nice finish on the layup. Young's got 37.
Oh, he's putting on a scoring clinic, guys. If it wasn't for him, they would not be in this game.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, he's a menace in the paint. Antetokounmpo.
You know, this is where Giannis still does most of his damage. He has the size, athleticism, and shot repertoire to hurt you inside.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department. And then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
Here's Daniels.
Boy, Capella is a real force inside. I mean, when he gets this close, he pretty much has to foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And guys, it's something that he's going to have to work on more and more because he's still not getting the kind of shooting percentage he would like from the line.
And the Bucks making a change here.
야, 기억나네, 미들이랑 이막으로.
He makes 1 or 2 that time.
Clint Capella is a guy who's a defensive anchor and takes quality shots, and because of that, he plays his role to perfection.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. Outside Young. For the lead. And a foul call on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Like a lot of smaller guys, there's a real ferocity to Trae Young's game. He's willing to scrap to get what he wants.
2 shots.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
And that one drops, so now they lead by 1.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity, he's cashing in on those.
Johnson against Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo is just a blur. I mean, I don't know how a 7-foot guy with that wingspan and all legs and arms can be a blur, but man, he's like a lightning bolt when he gets room to roll to the basket.
Pass to Daniels. 6 on the shot clock. Young against Lillard. And that one's good. Young's got 41.
You know, they're looking good, really good right now because of him. He sees this game by the throat, and he's squeezing hard.
That one falls. And the Bucks lead by 1.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from him.
Here's Young. Young won't be held back.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 8 of 15 in the third quarter. And here is Antetokounmpo. He's got 14. Portis with a screen on Johnson. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, the stride. Giannis off the drive.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Pass to Shea. Young with it. 43 points in the game. Capella screen on Lillard. Lillard against Young. And down it goes. 2 points. Young's got 45 points. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Prince. Back to Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Johnson. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Now here's Young. He has 45 points. And the shot's good. Young's got 12 points here in the second half.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
Perhaps the case simply that some kind of motivational speeches at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
Capella with a rebound.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Here's Young. Oh, rejected by Lillard. And they'll keep possession. Shea, no good. The Bucks trail by 3. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Portis. Out to Lillard for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Capella's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
This has been a running theme for him. Hit a number of threes in the first half, now nails another.
Antetokounmpo, left side. Looking to win the run. Oh, look at Giannis power in.
Boy, the added work in the wing for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
All right, Bucks fans, here come your Bucks regular crew.
He's checked in for the Bucks.
Regular crew.
なんか重いな今日。
The Hawks lead by 4. Here's LeVert. He's got 5. And the layup is good off the glass. LeVert's got 7 points.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Porter. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. The 3 from Prince. Rebounded by the Hawks. Here's Krejci. To the middle. Outside for LeVert. Rebounded by Trent. And so Trent will bring it up for the Bucks. 6-point game. Here's Antetokounmpo. Nice D from Nance. Atlanta's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Pass to LeVert.
At
We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Green's checked in for Milwaukee. Jackson comes in for Prince. And a change for the Hawks. Niang's checked in. Now here's Porter. Trent outside. Portis with a screen on Levert. Sinks it from distance. Trent's got his second basket on the night.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Now Levert. He's got 7. Nance with a screen on Trent. With a 9-footer. Yes, it's good. 9 points in the game.
Boy, he's getting smarter at reading these situations, guys. Levert's basketball IQ and pick and rolls ascending.
Pass to Trent. Over Levert. Trent's shot is off. It's Levert on the wing. Guarded by Trent. And the bucket is good. Now it's a 7-point Hawks lead.
After some misses in the first, he's making up for it now.
Porter looks it over. Pass to Portis. With 1 on the clock. And that's 2 points on the layup. A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of energy for the Hawks. And he's recorded his season high in points and hopes to add on as the game continues. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. They've got Terrence Mann. Larry Nance is out there with George Niang. Then it's Karis LeVert, and it's Krejci in at the 1.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
The shot by LeVert, no good. Bucks trail by 7. On the wing, Kuzma, defended by Niang. Here's Nash. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. Ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Lillard's checked in for Porter Jr. He does not get the second one. The Hawks lead by 7.
Hawks foul. Nash. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Krejci. Pass to LeVert. Now here's Nance. Outside for LeVert. Fires the 3.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Lillard passes to Nash. He shoots it. Yes! Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Nash.
Lillard's got 4 assists in the game.
He's doing everything he can to keep them afloat.
Now here's LeVert. Tightly guarded. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Hawks lead by 7.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Here's Krejci. Pass to LeVert. to the reverse layup and drops it in. And now it's a 9-point Hawks lead.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Nash passes to Lillard. Gets the three to fall.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Now here's LeVert. It's hauled in by Nash. Nash has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Kuzma, the pass to Nash. And the layup falls. And now just a 4-point Atlanta lead.
He's done everything he can to give them a lift tonight, but it hasn't been enough.
Nance the screen. LeVert goes in. And he banks in the layup. LeVert's got 6 here in the quarter.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
On the wing, Kuzma. For 3, here's Lillard. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Pass to LeVert. Down low. Niang, no good. Bucks trail by 3. To the inside. Here's Nash. Boom! He jams it straight down.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. LeVert outside. From 7 feet away, man lays it up and banks it in. And the Hawks lead by 3.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Here's Nash. Rebounded by the Hawks. LeVert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Nance outside. Pass to LeVert. To the right side. 5 on the clock. That's short off the rim.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Nash misses. Atlanta leading by 3. It's LeVert on the wing. Green covering. Here's Krejci. Pass to Niang. And here's LeVert. There's a screen. The Hawks need to get one up here. Niang, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. Just missed it. They've still got work to do, but it's impressive how they battled back.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly. When they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit, now they've got to come up with some stops.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And Antetokounmpo is subbed in for Green. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
And Allie, thanks. The three from Riza. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Nash has got 11 rebounds in the game. Inside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Kuzma.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, you pay the price.
Atlanta's gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Pass to Daniels. And here's Capella. Outside Johnson. Here's Riza from deep. Drains that triple. And the Hawks lead by 4.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
Here's Nash. Antetokounmpo outside. Lopez, the screen on Young. For 3, here's Lillard. The answer! It's game time!
The moment they hit that last shot, Lillard wanted one of his own. He was determined and undeterred to strike right back.
Outside Johnson. Back to Young. Capella, screen on Lillard. Young from long range. It's hauled in by Nash. Nash has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Oh, Lillard shrugs off the contact.
Dame with a strong finish at the rim. Boy, can he pack a punch.
And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Outside Johnson. Back to Young from outside the arc. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got his 16th rebound on the night. Pass to Nash. Three-pointer. The rebound by Atlanta. It's Daniels with a drive. Softly drops in the floater.
So strong at the rim. That'll serve Daniels well here in this league.
Here's Nash. Puts up a deep 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got rebound number 8 now. And he lobs it up to the rim. Capella can't get it to go.
You know, even though they're on top in this one.
Yet another bucket.
Another 50-point game from him. And he is now 3rd in the record books for most 50-point games in a season.
You can't deny the greatness we've seen from him all year long. He has performed at the highest level, night in, night out.
And he's moved right past Kobe. Yes, Kobe being Bryant's 2007 season. What a remarkable accomplishment.
Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
Now here's Kuzma. Takes a 3. Go! Another from 3.
Well, folks, if you haven't been following his story since coming into the league, for all-time NBA rookies, he's now 5th place in three-pointers made.
He's worked on his craft, improved even in his short time here in his rookie season. He's got that beautiful touch from deep, and that's not the only way he can score, that's for sure. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's stolen. Young with it. He's picked up by Lillard. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
And here in the fourth, he's been zeroed in, hitting some big-time buckets.
Here's Nash. Shot from 12. Uses the glass to drop it in. Nash has got 56 in the game. Outside Johnson. Back to Young. To the paint. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
How about the rookie, Zachary Riza, delivering a timely bucket?
Oh, the body control of Giannis.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
Young on the attack.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Rebounded by the Bucks. Pass to Lillard. Misses the layup. The Hawks shooting pretty well in the fourth at 48%. Outside Young. He gets it in there.
Trae Young.
Young's got 54 points.
You see the trust Young's guys have in him. When they need a bucket, he gets it for them.
The Hawks leading. Pass to Daniels. Here's Risache. Capella, screen on Kuzma. The three from Risache. Buries it from three. Risache's got 10 points here in the second half.
Oh my, Risache, just huge.
Atlanta foul.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Hawks.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish.
And he's able to hit the second one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Here's Young. Good on the bucket. Young's got 56 in the game.
And this is why Young is a go-to guy. He can get it done even under the toughest circumstances.
Kuzma, that's good.
Kyle Kuzma, a man you can trust in the clutch. Big spots, big shots.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Damian Lillard. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
44 seconds left to play in the fourth. Young from long range. Another bucket. Wow.
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time. Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs. I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Yeah, Kuzma has gotten pretty good at this, spotting those open guys who are prepared to shoot.
Milwaukee foul. Nash. Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Hawks.
He drops the first one,
Daniel.
and that puts him up 5.
2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
When you've got your opponent down, don't let him up. This one's all but over.
One more time for your 414 crew dance team.
9 seconds left in the final quarter.
It's the fire he's playing with that has him leading the team in
Milwaukee
rebounds.
And I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
At the line for 2.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Timeout call. Milwaukee. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. All right, guys, what's your take?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future. Clearly, a defensive breakdown there, guys. They didn't play him close enough on the inbound, and then gave up the triple.
So it's a narrow victory for the Hawks, pulling it out for the W. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. So long, everybody.
incredible shooting out there, MP. Just let it go. Focus on the next game. These fans make a lot of noise. Let's quiet them down.
Thank you.
Get driving dunks with an 87 driving.
MP. Time to turn the page, MP.
Hey, Celtics fans, be sure to be here for our next home game. Each and every one of you will get your very own Celtics Next Team t-shirt. Don't miss out. And don't forget about our bobblehead giveaway day. Come to the game, bring the family, and get a free Lucky the Leprechaun bobblehead.
We hope to see you again at another Celtics game, so visit us online or at ticket booth or availability of any future game.
Fans, we hope you'll come and join us for our trading card day. The first 10,000 fans to the arena will receive a trading card pack. Arrive early to the fandom and get them signed by Lucky the Leprechaun and the Celtics Dancer. A reminder to be here for our next giveaway, Gym Bag Day. Come out and receive a free Celtics Gym Bag.
Boston Boston fans, we've got a special giveaway game coming up. The first 15,000 fans in attendance will receive a bobblehead of Celtics legend.
A shot of the Celtics coming down the tunnel. They're not messing around. They're ready to get to work here at home. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Milwaukee. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And checking out Boston, right now quite a ways down below.
And seeing where the Bucks are, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you've got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Nash, and it's Kuzma in at the 3 slot. And for the Celtics. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Then it's Holiday, and there's Porzingis, and it's Pritchard in at the point. The three-point shot, so important in today's NBA, and a major part of the game plan, Greg, for both of these teams.
And we can expect to see a high volume of shots from beyond the arc in this one. I'm looking for whichever squad is able to create more havoc and throw the opposing shooters off their rhythm.
Now here's Lillard out to Nash. Launches it. Buries the long-range jumper.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
And here's Tatum for 3. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. Nash outside. To the wing right side. A wide open look here for Kuzma. No good on the triple. Antetokounmpo against Tatum. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And here's Nash outside. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And that's the beauty of Giannis. Always been a willing passer and can find the open man once the D focuses in on him.
A shot by Pritchard, no good.
Close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Antetokounmpo, no good.
Just enough resistance to force the miss, barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Don't be mistaken, Holiday can make a series dent in from deep.
Kuzma against Brown. There's Nash with the 3, and Tatum pulls it down. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. A quick shot there, and it's off target.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Nash, the pass to Lillard. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it was good.
And the defense knew they messed up there. Can't allow Dame to get his feet set.
Tatum kicks to Brown. Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. Clock is at 3. The 19-foot shot. The rebound by the Bucks. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
Leaving points at the free throw line can take the edge off of a team. You're playing physical, you're playing hard, and it's just not paying off.
Now Tatum, after the missed 3 from Nash, again the miss by the Celtics.
And there comes a point when, for the team's sake, you might want to move it. He's hurt him with all of these misses.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Nash.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now here is Holiday. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Shoots the three. And no good that time.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about.
Celtic fans, get loud right now for Celtic Entertainment.
なんか重いな。
And now he's been named the Eastern Conference Player of the Month.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
Now here is Holiday, a free ball. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J, and at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
Kuzma can't get it to go.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Outside, Porzingis. To Brown, 5 on the clock. Tatum a screen. Pulls from the top of the key. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Nash with it. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Over Holiday. Kicks it out to Lillard. The Bucks working the ball around. And here's Nash outside. Cans it from downtown. Nash has got 9 points.
It just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Porzingis inside. Lopez is there. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Brown outside. And his 3rd shot of the night. No good. 0 for 3. Kuzma passes to Lillard. Again, Milwaukee with the triple.
The assist totals just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Pritchard. Still scoreless. To the middle. Wants to get it to Brown and does. And finish off by Brown.
Not gonna lie, Jaylen Brown, his hops are different.
Nash outside. Inside. Here's Giannis. Rebound, Boston. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to talk earlier with Boston's head coach. I talked with Coach about how he plans to stop Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight. Coach laughed and then asked me, "You have any ideas?" Giannis is an impossible matchup. We just hope to slow him down a little. As always, it's very difficult to game plan for the Greek freak, a multiple-time MVP. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. And the Bucks making a change here. Portis is checked in. He's off on the second. RJ, for the few teams already suffering big-time injuries, how do they keep up their spirits? How do they keep going?
I feel like the term next man up is overused, but what it comes down to is you need to have faith in the guys you have.
Defensive foul,
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Milwaukee.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
Now, here's Portis. Kuzma finds Giannis. Beyond the arc. And there's Nash. That's good on the assist by Antetokounmpo. And that's 13 points for Nash.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Porzingis with a screen on Giannis. And here's Tatum for three. That one's off to a rough 0 for 6 start for him.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Here's Brown after the made shot from Bobby Portis. Pass to Porzingis. Lets the three fly. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
He's that confident. Porzingis barely even thinks about it.
Antetokounmpo passes to Nash. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And the double up Antetokounmpo. Near the three-point line, it's Nash. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Nash has got 15.
On top of putting a team on your back, he has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
And Holiday has it in the corner. Porzingis sets the pick for Holiday. Over Nash, and it's Boston with another.
Holiday.
Bucks leading by 10. Now here's Lillard. He's got 5. Lillard with a screen for Kuzma. Misses the 3. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Shoots over Kuzma. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
I like everything he's doing so far offensively, finding his spots, making strong selections.
Here's Pritchard, covered by Lillard. Pritchard passes to Holiday. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Here's Giannis. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. Nash has got 4 assists now tonight.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Now here's Brown. 5 points in the game. The shot from 20 feet away. Shot is good off the back rim and in. He has 7.
When Brown has the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous in the two-man game.
Kuzma outside. Holiday against Nash. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Tatum. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. And finished off by Kristaps Porzingis.
The height of Porzingis gives him an edge on that offensive glass, and he uses it.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Lillard. Last game we saw him score 14.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And here's Kuzma.
2 minutes.
And Pritchard pulls it down. Celtics trail by 10. Here's Tatum. And it's Boston with another.
Okay, listen, Tatum can strike from anywhere. The mid-range is an open option for him at all times.
Nash outside. And the Bucks miss again. Boston shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit freaky out there. Milwaukee leading by 8. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Porzingis with the steal and pushing it up. Here's Boston. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Love to see Giannis get aggressive on defense, using that reach to track down the block. Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain
came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Now here's Brown, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Holiday with the three. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
That's how you do it. Nice catch and shoot from Drew.
Giannis kicks to Nash. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And Holiday has in the corner. Back to Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. It's Brown on the way. Guarded by Kuzma. A nice shot by Brown.
Anytime Brown touches the ball, you expect Jalen to score. He is that good.
There's Nash with the three. Nash with another miss. 1 second left. That shot misses. That basket's coming early on from the first quarter. Bucks ahead. They lead by 5. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
On the court for the Bucks. Nash is out there with Porter. Then it's Gary Trent. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. Now here's Porter. Near the three-point line, it's Nash. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. 21 points for Nash. Celtics trail by 4. Pass to Tatum. Lopez with the block.
And we have seen Lopez really improve his shot blocking. Adept at using that length to alter shots.
Personal foul. First team
For Boston, they have made their only other free throw attempt today. An earlier trip to the line.
Looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Boston. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And it's Porter with the ball for Milwaukee. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the next to look forward to. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
間違った.
And it's Nash missing.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
Here's Shireman. Nothing on the board. Pass to Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. The 19-footer is on the money.
Over the years, Tatum has limited the amount of mid-range jumpers that he takes, but it is still a natural part of his game.
Nash outside. And the 3 off target.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Shireman. A miss that time would have put him up. Milwaukee in the lead. Nash outside. The kick out to Porter. Jacks up a three. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nash has got his 5th assist in this one.
Shooting while in rhythm. Porter Jr. has an impressive understanding for when to let that thing fly.
Now here's Tatum. A 14-point game for him in the win against Detroit.
And I love what he's been able to do on the glass, securing some extra possessions for his team.
Here's Portis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Jason Tatum, first
and how about we check the numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo?
He hasn't been as sharp
shooting
in the past
from Milwaukee.
as we're used to. It shows in his passing.
The line
assist
for 2.
numbers down. Even the simple passes look tough for him right now. Maybe tonight he can get back on his game.
And he knocks down the first one. And Portis drains both of them.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Pass to Tatum. Over Trent. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Tatum.
The mechanics of Tatum's jumpers are so solid and allow him to shoot at will there.
Got that one up quick. Nash has got 23 points.
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that.
Outside Tatum. Here's Hauser. The tray. It's hauled in by Trent.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Portis. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nash has got 6 assists in the game.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Shireman. Still yet to score. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Jr. First personal foul.
The Celtics shoot their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. Zinkas, he's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for Torrey Craig. Both good from the line that time.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Nash outside. Back to Porter. Fires the 3. That's good for Nash on the assist from Porter.
For 3.
That's now 26 points for Nash.
And how about Porter Jr.'s court awareness? Excellent job finding the open man with the pass.
Here's Pritchard. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit. Pass to Shireman. 5 to shoot. The 3 from Tatum. Rebounded by the Bucks. They've led by as many as 14 points. Last time they met was in Milwaukee.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
It just seems like the defense wasn't interested. They got away with one.
And Boston has possession after the miss from Nash. Hauser off with the layup. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And he dunks it down.
Gary,
you gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter.
Assist
Kevin,
goes to
sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Good on the three-point shot.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
The shot's good from Nash.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Here's Pritchard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Puts it up from 12. And another basket for Milwaukee.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Pritchard passes to Tatum. There's the three. And the rebound goes to Nash. Nash has got his fourth rebound in this one.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
As he's gotten older, we've seen KPJ become a willing passer.
Outside Tatum. The three is drilled by Tatum.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Nash outside. Rebounded by Hauser.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Whoa! Tatum capping off the alley-oop.
Terrific lob, and Tatum takes care of the rest. This is how it's done. Those passes dunk themselves.
Boston foul.
And before you now are the rookies on a roll. The hottest shooters in the last 10 games. The Bucks have shot 75% of the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
Nash. And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point.
So both teams making some changes here. That one misses.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Over the last few seasons, we've seen the resurgence of Porzingis. And Richard, it has been fun to watch.
Kevin, he's been effective on both sides of the ball. He's always been a good player. But his recent fit has really improved his play.
And what I love about Giannis, yeah, he's a superstar, an MVP, a
Shooting
champion.
for Milwaukee.
But best of all,
Giannis
is an incredible ambassador.
taking 2
for the game.
shots.
The Bucks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. No good on that one.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
And he's good on the second. Celtics trail by 14. Pass to Hauser. A three from Porzingis. The rebound by the Bucks. 17 points was their biggest margin.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Hauser. A 14-point game for him in the win against Detroit. A three-pointer off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And here's Nash outside. And again for three.
And defenses around the NBA have to deal with his three-point marksmanship. And he's already proven in his rookie campaign there's very little you can do to slow him down.
It has been a lot of fun, hasn't it, to watch him expand his skill set this season. And lo and behold, he now holds the 4th spot all-time for three-pointers in a rookie campaign. To me, that is amazing. Celtics trail by 20. Holiday looking for an opening. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Brown. Shot to stop the run. Kuzma pulls it in.
He tried to get spicy and totally whiffed, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least, about a week.
Holiday against Nash. Porzingis with a screen on Kuzma. To the paint. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Love to see Brown facilitate out of the pick and roll. I'm sure his coach feels the same way.
Kicks it out to Prince. Shoots over Brown. And that's Prince. That time on the assist by Nash. And the Bucks lead by 20. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. And the Bucks with possession. They're on a 17-7 run. Near the three-point line, it's Nash offline from the top of the key.
2 minutes.
The Celtics shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. To the left wing, pass to Hauser. Brown wide open, he fires. Nailed from three-point land. Brown's got 12 in the game. There's 1:38 left now here in the second. Nash outside. And here is Prince. Back to Nash. Fires the three. And Pritchard pulls it down. Pass to Brown. Here's Pritchard. Takes a three. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to. But let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Now here's Nash. He has 38 in the game. Three-pointer. Kuzma, that's good.
They've been outstanding from beyond the arc this quarter. Their percentage has been climbing steadily.
Porzingis with a screen on Lillard. Here's Pritchard. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Nash. It's blocked, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession. 29 seconds left in the first half. Tries from 7. And Boston with the rebound. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Kuzma. It's Prince on the wing. Down low. Here's Nash. The rebound by Holiday.
Milwaukee foul. Nash. Second personal foul. Third team foul. Buck substitution. Number 20.
Puts up a 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. So as we conclude the first half, so far, Celtics lead by 17. Time now for the halftime break. With the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And looking at the Nets matchup, they have to be feeling pretty confident. Good teams win the games they're supposed to. We'll find out how good they are.
You can beat a team and still not be a good team. I want to see how they play.
And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Milwaukee Bucks.
They're giving a master class in ball movement right now, running the offense, finding the open man, and it leads to a bunch of high percentage looks.
Yeah, great chemistry at that end. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been runaway. It's been a clinic from Nash.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their mates.
What stuck out to me was how easily he read the defense and found those cracks for his guys to exploit.
Celtics trail by 17. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. And there's Porzingis, then it's Holiday, and it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Now Lopez following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt. Nash can't get it to go. Tatum with it. He's picked up by Lopez.
What strikes me about Jason Tatum is really his versatility. He's got any move for any situation that you throw at him. His moves have moves. His counters have counters. That is a man that can finish plays or make them.
First trip to the line for him here.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. Milwaukee leading by 16. Lillard dishes to Lopez. There's Nash with the three. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Pritchard, covered by Giannis. Holiday against Nash. And two shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Richard, so many things about Drew Holiday's game we love, but what impresses you most about his game?
Well, I know it's an easy answer, but it's his defense. It's hard to be a feared defender in the modern NBA, Kevin. But Holiday is such a pest at all times on that end of the floor.
Both free throws good from Drew Holiday.
What you love about Drew Holiday is he's a true teammate. He's selfless and just wants to see his whole squad win.
Now, here's Nash. Over Holiday. Nash with the bucket. Nash has got 40 points.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
That's to Porzingis. Here's the three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Now, here's Nash. He has 40. Antetokounmpo kicks it over to Nash. From outside, off the mark.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And it goes out of bounds.
Still Celtics ball.
Last touch by Antetokounmpo. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Back to Holiday. 6 to shoot. Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. Unload.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
Nash's shot is off.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only one for the first 5.
Brown finds Tatum. Holiday with the 3. Boston again missing.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Operation Feed the Horse. Feed him early and often. And guess what? It's working. They have the lead.
Now here's Tatum. 12 points for him. Here's Brown. Good work there as it goes. Brown's got 14 points.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
Giannis passes to Nash. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Defensive foul.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball around.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's gonna put his foot on the pedal.
Trent's checked in for Kyle Kuzma.
One shot.
Now Tatum, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee.
Nash.
Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Here's Pritchard. Brown kicks to Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Bucks leading by 18. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
DA, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. Celtics have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. 2 of 8. And that one drops.
Oh, Drew is so crafty when he gets to the rim.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Here's Giannis. Trent outside. Nash up on top, guarded by Holiday. Puts it up. And Boston with the rebound. Pass to Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Giannis. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Tatum's got 17 now.
Heads up play by Holiday. He saw the opening and helped exploit it.
Giannis dishes to Lopez. Holiday against Nash. Connects again from distance.
Well, as the 3-point bombs keep raining down, he's just moved up one more rung on the all-time list for 3-pointers in a rookie season.
The 3-point prowess is evident. Such a huge addition to this team.
Okay, big boy. All right. You like to see Tatum asserting himself on the interior. He's forcing the defense to foul.
Scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
Boston making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Milwaukee leading by 18. Outside Jackson. To the inside. Here's Giannis. That one is good again. He sits straight from the floor with the basket.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
Pass to Brown. Porzingis with a screen on Trent. Here's Brown. He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Trent. Giannis high post. Brown on him. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He's covered by Brown, and it's good for two.
Giannis
Antetokounmpo's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Porzingis with a screen on Porter. Here's Pritchard, guarded by Porter. There's the triple. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Milwaukee leading by 22. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Here's Pritchard. The three. Rebounded by the Bucks. Portis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. It's Giannis with the drive.
Defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Here's Pritchard. A three from Porzingis. Hits it from three-point range. Porzingis has got 10 points in the game.
He's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Porter. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's foul number 2 for him.
Foul. Second team foul.
And here's Porter. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Trent can't hit. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Tatum. Second chance shot. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Milwaukee leading by 23. Trent gets the bucket. 10 points for Gary Trent Jr.
Assisted by
Every time they get scored, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Porter. Celtics trail by 19. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Nash is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Green in at the three.
What muscle on that finish. It's hard trying to prevent Tatum from converting.
Antetokounmpo kicks it over to Nash. Good! Another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Here's Shireman. Pass to Craig. So, Greg, you played the point. In Create a Player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Nash's shot is off. Boston shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Here's Shireman. Pass to Hauser. Tries the spin move. Here's Shireman. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Craig can't get it to go. Down low. Deflects the pass. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Celtics passing it around. Here's Tatum. Here's Hauser. No good on the three.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Giannis passes to Nash. Another bucket. Wow.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Celtics trail by 19. Outside Tatum. Pass to Hauser. Here's Cornette. Here's Hauser. Shot clock at 6. Tatum. And another miss by Boston. Inside. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Every aspect of Giannis's game showing tonight. Just unreal.
Here's Shireman. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And this year's draft class considered to be one of the weaker classes in recent years.
I don't believe in a such thing as a weak draft class. There is always going to be a player or multiple players that stand out. Understand, even if you're drafting 60 players, if 5 of them turn out to be legitimate players, that's a good draft class.
Here's Tatum, and he uses the glass on the way. Tatum's got 11 points here in just the second half.
How about those nifty moves from Tatum? So crafty with the rock.
And finished off by Nash.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Now here's Tatum. Pass to Craig. Here's Hauser. Here's Cornette. Lopez covering. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Here's Craig. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Antetokounmpo dishes to Green. And Nash slams it in.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Boston's got just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Tatum with it. And Craig has it in the corner. Tatum against Green. Nash with the block. And now the fast break. Nash with the ball. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Assist goes to
Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
So it's the Celtics now. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Tatum with a screen on Nash. Here's Hauser. Great D that time from Nash.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Connects again from distance.
Well, with the way he's been shooting from distance, I can't say I'm surprised that he's now second all-time in three-pointers made during a rookie campaign. He has been impressive.
And some of the best shooters we've ever had in the NBA are on this list. I don't think it's an understatement to say we could be witnessing a generational talent. Right, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
And Lillard kicks to Green. Back to Lillard. Pass to Nash from the arc. rebound by the Celtics. Cornette's got rebound number 8 now on the night. In the corner, Tatum with it. And slam dunk by Tatum.
We see this from Tatum often, and it never gets old. Just scoring at will.
Lillard outside. Sweet little floater.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Here's Shireman. Pass to Tatum. From outside the arc, knocks down the 3-ball. Tatum's got 29.
This is his second 3 this half. He's getting even more bold at that arc.
Lopez passes to Green. Near the 3-point line, it's Nash. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. Nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity, always a plus.
Nash outside. Pass to Green. Giannis with it. Nash outside. Kicks it out to Lillard. Now here's Nash. Off target from outside. Here's Hauser, defended by Nash. Hauser the pass to Tatum. Lets it go with the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
Lillard, right side. Back to Nash. 3-pointer. No good that time. Celtics trail by 21 to the wing on the left. Celtics passing it around. Tatum no good. Milwaukee's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. There's Nash with the 3. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. 65 points on it.
His foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. We've got a moment now to see this year's 3-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You gotta love the advancement and really the evolution of the 3-point shot in today's game.
We'll look at Nash. The 3rd spot in the voting belongs to him. There are very few players with his ability from long range. And it looks like he'll be rewarded with a spot in the 3-point contest.
And I'm sure there'll be some changes in the rankings still to come. But you're right. I'd be surprised if there's anyone who would cast a vote his way.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more. And as we get closer to the 3-point contest, once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
To the paint. Tatum passes to Pritchard. And the NBA last season, Richard, really emphasizing it's an 82-game league. And I know you love that.
Oh, that is my favorite thing. I was taught by the legends of the game that you go out there and play every single
And again for 3.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets.
2 minutes remaining in
Back
the
to
game.
Brown.
2 minutes.
Porzingis passes to Holiday. Here's Tatum. It's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis has got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Kuzma outside. Back to Giannis. Pass up on top, guarded by Holiday. Takes the three. Boston grabs the miss.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bucks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Nash.
And he was doing everything out there on the floor tonight. Triple-double on the stat sheet, and that doesn't even tell the whole story.
At the line for 2.
And that one falls for Tatum. So it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
As always, crowd, thank you for coming out and sharing your 12 audience. We hope you can get home safely and can't wait to see you at our upcoming event.
They did tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
One of the greatest shooting seasons a rookie has ever had. Got the job done tonight, as usual.
can shoot from deep. 94 3.
Good, MP. All right, baby. Let's get down.
He's about to tear it up.
Attendees will receive a complimentary net golf ball. A reminder that you can still join us for any upcoming net golf games. Order your tickets online or at the ticket booth. Hey, Net fans, we're doing another special giveaway at our next home game. The first 29,000
already starting to crescendo, with fans gathering and streaming into the building. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You take a look at the Bucks, and they've got the top spot in the conference, a testament to their hard work all year long. And of course, Brooklyn, 3 spots down.
Well, I think for Milwaukee, it's impressive how well they have played. I mean, some teams need more time before they start clicking, but not them. They were ready from the beginning.
And what a good feeling it is to play such high-quality basketball so early in the season. This kind of start sets the foundation for what could be a monster year.
And the Milwaukee starting 5. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Damian Lillard. And it's Nash in at the 2. And from Brooklyn, Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Sharp. Then it's Cameron Johnson. And it's Wilson in at small forward. And Grant, by now, many of the questions we had coming into the season have been answered.
Oh, no question, B.A. But it's still a long way to go. We know how much can change over the course of a season, so I wouldn't be surprised if a contender or two has yet to emerge.
And a storyline for MP over this stretch of the season. He's trying to outperform against his matchup each time out. We know that when MP executes that, it can be a pivotal aspect of the team's success.
Well, we've seen how motivated MP gets to win the individual matchup night in and night out. Whoever's across from him, he wants to get the best of him. And he's been doing a nice job of it. It's given MP a lift, and it gets all his teammates pumped up too.
Now here's Russell. Johnson a screen on Lillard. Here's Russell. The kick out to Johnson. Clock at 6. From outside the arc. Rebounded by the Bucks. Coming into this, having notched a win against Boston in their last game.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
Pass to Nash. This one for 3. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, Kyle Kuzma, we think of him as a scorer, but that was a tough target to miss. Wide open.
Russell to pass to Wilson. Back to Russell. Here's Wilson. Johnson on the wing. Antetokounmpo covering. Thomas with the ball. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Lillard passes to Nash. Over Russell. And the basket by Nash. Nash has got 5 points.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
Pass to Wilson. Thomas outside. The 3 is up. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
And I love the balance for Lillard between scoring and passing. That time finding his teammate for the great look.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Let's go, everyone. I needed to get...
And of course, the season is still young, but a great time to look at our Rookie of the Year list. These are the guys making an immediate impact. What an incredible start to his rookie season. Sitting in the #1 spot right now, but I'm sure this will be an exciting rookie race.
And you know his confidence must be soaring, sitting at the top of this impressive list of young talent.
Well, he has wasted no time making his presence felt. He's setting a very high standard for this year's rookie class.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Yeah, what a sweet move from Giannis. Just breaking down the defense there.
And Brooklyn with possession here after the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Lopez against Sharp. And Thomas gets it to go on the assist from Sharp. He's got 5.
That's agility and touch. Cam Thomas gets that to fall inside.
Doris, it's interesting, but the Nets franchise has never won an NBA championship.
That's absolutely correct because their titles came before the merger. Now, since they've joined this league, they did go to the finals for a couple of times. Had Jason Kidd, who was the driver of success, but no championship in this modern era.
Back to Sharp. Here's Thomas. And the shot goes in. Thomas has got 7 points.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Brooklyn has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Here's Wilson. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Pass to Thomas. Again, it's Brooklyn.
Never shy about letting it fly. Cam Thomas, folks.
Here's Kuzma. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. We discussed the challenges a player like Giannis Antetokounmpo presents for his defense, and coach responded saying he's a handful for sure. I told our guys to make sure we seal up any lanes to the basket and just try to make him beat us with his jumper. It won't be easy, but coach feels like they'll be able to make it a little more difficult for Giannis. Guys.
Allie, thank you. Nets leading by 4. Pass to Russell. Now Thomas. Here's Wilson. Outside Johnson. With some arc. Thomas, that's good. 11 points in the game.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And here is Antetokounmpo. Kuzma outside. Pass to Nash. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. Got it.
And Giannis has a ridiculous combination of size, skill, and athleticism.
Russell with the ball. Still no points. Here's Thomas. Fires it from 18. Rebounded by Lopez.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Offensive rebound. Nash. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Goes back up. And he takes it up and lays it in. Antetokounmpo's got 6 points.
Oh, man, the balance of muscle Giannis possesses is tremendous. Phenomenal at scoring on physical defenses.
Now here's Russell. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. Pass to Thomas. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
When Cam Thomas gets going, folks, he can get as hot as anyone in this league.
Here's Nash. Knocks it down from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Now here's Thomas, guarding closely. Outside Russell. Shot from 12. Rebounded by Kuzma. The Bucks have got 8 of 13 attempts to go. Nash misses. The Nets with the lead. Here's Wilson. Pass to Russell. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Kuzma. Milwaukee has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. That puts him in the lead. And the Bucks lead by 1.
He's known for the long ball, but Lillard every bit as effective in the mid-range.
Russell to pass to Wilson. It's Thomas on the wing. They set a pick. Rejected by Lopez.
Lopez needs to hold down the fort on defense. An incredible wingspan to get that one.
Nash passes to Kuzma. Here's Nash. Beyond the arc. He can't get it to go.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Pass to Johnson. Thomas for three. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets. Came away with a win.
They came away with an easy win last time, due in large part to their work on the glass.
I think there was no question they brought a level of physicality along with a tremendous work ethic, and it was why they were successful.
And what has made D'Lo a max player? He puts constant pressure on the defense.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bucks.
Well, they found their offensive openings in the mid-range, and they continue to find ways to open up those jump shot opportunities.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities. An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Inside. Trent from long range. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Russell the pass to Watford. And here's Thomas. 13 points in the game. Who poked away. Back to Watford. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Portis.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Nash passes to Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
I mean, the size and athleticism of Giannis, arguably without precedent, an incredibly prolific finisher.
Nets trail by 4. Now Russell. Pass to Thomas. Lets it go. Book it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
Defensively, if Cam Thomas is in pick and roll action, stop the ball first. You know he wants to score.
Well, if you don't overthink it, what Cam Thomas does on offense is very impressive at his age, Doris.
I think, PA, what you love about Cam Thomas is he's fearless. He doesn't concern himself with efficiency. His mindset is, I'm going to score, and if I miss the last 10, it doesn't matter. This next one's going in.
Wilson's checked in for Brooklyn. Johnson comes in for Russell. Thomas passes to Johnson. Thomas against Porter. Porter pulls it in.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Brooklyn trailing. Claxton up top. Outside, Williams. Claxton finds Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from 12. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Milwaukee with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Porter's shot is off.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And Johnson gets it to go on the assist by Thomas.
Well, we know Cam Thomas can score, but nice facilitating right there. Set up the open man.
Trent outside. The three is up. And the basket by Nash. Nash has got 15 points.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
First personal foul. First team.
Milwaukee's shooting their first free throw this game. Watford's checked in for Brooklyn.
With one shot.
Nets trail by 7. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Johnson. Off target from outside. Well, Milwaukee's shooting an incredible 61% to start this game. And here's Porter outside. Rebound Brooklyn. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
And it's not the result they were hoping for, but every game is a chance to learn and make adjustments.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it hurts a little more when you play well and fail to close out a game. That was one they should have won.
And so it's Milwaukee closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. They've been aggressive in transition and find themselves in front. We'll be right back. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And when you consider how the Bucks are doing, guys, your thoughts?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
So on the floor for Milwaukee, Gary Trent is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Damian Lillard. Then it's Bobby Portis. And it's Nash in a two-guard. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on." That's this side of the ball. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that. And the basket by Nash. Nash has got 21.
And you know Lillard loves setting up his guys. He's got a great eye for where to move the ball.
Here's Johnson, and the layup falls.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Milwaukee leading by 5. Kuzma outside. Here's Nash. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Three-pointer. And Watford pulls it down. For Brooklyn, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Here's Johnson. Kuzma with the defensive effort. And so it's Kuzma who brings up the ball for Milwaukee. Here's Nash. Pass to Trent. Lillard outside. Oh, Lillard laces in a 3.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Now here's Williams. Claxton passes to Williams. And good, as he takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. A shot by Lillard, no good. Nets trail by 6. Outside Johnson, back to Williams. Claxton up top, defended by Kuzma. Pass to Wilson from deep. Milwaukee with the rebound. Here's Trent. And it's good for 2.
Trent Jr.
Trent's got 5.
Oh, the defense trying to get physical and shake up Gary Trent Jr., and he's not having any of it.
Here's Wilson. Back to Johnson. Lillard against Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Johnson. For 3. Sends it home from 3-point land. Give him 8.
Well, it showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Here's Nash. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Wilson passes to Watford. Here's Johnson. And there's another one for the Nets.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Kuzma, that's good.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Pass to Williams. The kick out to Johnson. Watford the pass to Claxton. The Nets need to get off a shot here. The shot by Watford, no good.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Kuzma with the ball. Here's Nash. 21 points in the game. Pass to Lillard. Here's Nash. Fires the three. Yes! Great play by Lillard to set it up. Nash has got 24.
He's been dropping them in from downtown since the tip. 3 triples in the first quarter, 2 more since.
Outside, Williams. 4-3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Portis has got his 6th rebound on the night. The Bucks leading by 8. Down low. Nash. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And he's just crushing them with plays like that. I mean, just continuing to pile it on.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely 0 chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
The Nets have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Milwaukee has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. And the basket by Nash.
That's unselfishness from Trent Jr. We know he wants to score, but when your teammate's that wide open, just simply put the ball where it needs to be.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
You're on the big screen. Time for what to work for. No thanks. Next. Everybody get down. Come on.
Johnson comes in for Watford, and it's Martin in for Wilson.
On the court.
Lopez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Prince comes in for Trent. And the Nets with possession here. It's a 13-point game. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Martin with the ball, and it's Kuzma picking him up. Johnson for 3, and the three-pointer goes. Johnson's got 10 points in the quarter.
In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
Nash misses. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. Martin finds Johnson. He's still feeling it. The kick out to Williams. Let's go with a 3. Here's Sharp. The shot won't fall. Good work defensively by Lopez. The Bucks leading by 8. Pass to Nash from behind the arc. Rebound Brooklyn. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Hornets at Spectrum Center in Charlotte. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
Wow, Kyle Kuzma off his feet in a hurry. Nice finish.
Brooklyn's gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. Martin a screen. Outside Johnson. The 3. Pure from three-point range. Johnson's got 6 points.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Fires the three, and the basket by Nash. Nash has got 32 points.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
The steal. Pass to Johnson. Puts up a three. Kept alive. Here's Sharp. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Kuzma outside. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Lillard's got 7 assists in the game.
That's about intensity and focus by Kyle Kuzma. He refuses to be impeded.
Pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. A shot from the high post. Lillard pulls down the board. Milwaukee leading by 10. Here's Nash. He's got 32 points. The three. Rebounded by Johnson. Brooklyn has gone 50% from the perimeter in this second, shooting 4 of 8. Johnson, rebounded by Kuzma. Kuzma's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable. Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Kuzma against Johnson. Outside Johnson. Williams against Prince. Right side, Williams. The kick out to Johnson. Outside, Williams. Sharp, a screen on Prince. Williams from long range. Rebounded by the Bucks. Lopez has got his 5th rebound in this one. The three from Prince. Brooklyn pulls it in. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's the pick.
Last 2 minutes to play. Second quarter.
Johnson on the wing. Defended by Kuzma. From downtown. And Johnson is good for 3. Johnson's got 16 points now.
Well, the second quarter has proven to be a turnaround. This guy looking much more comfortable all of a sudden.
Pass to Nash. A minute 37 left in the first half. No good on the shot. Nets trail by 10. Johnson passes to Martin. Lets the three fly. The shot by Johnson, no good. And for the Bucks, they're shooting about 48% so far in the second. Here's Nash. Johnson with the defensive effort. The Nets shooting 40% from the field in this one. Seconds left in the second quarter. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit. Give him 8 points now.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Nash. From outside, off the mark.
He's got a nice feel for that crossover, but you still have to finish.
Pass to Johnson. 3-pointer. The offensive rebound. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Now here's Johnson. Give him 8. Here's Sharp. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Bucks on top, leading by 9. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Thanks for joining us. Through the first half, there is still some work to do for the Brooklyn Nets.
They're getting cooked from long distance. Defensively, they have to do a better job of closing out.
Yeah, especially these days. It's not enough to protect the paint. Got to patrol the ARC as well.
All right, guys, let's swing it over and see what the fans have been posting. Here's a question for Shaq from Denzel MVP. He wants to know, big fella, do you think you would have made the NBA if you were 1 foot shorter?
Wait, hold on. I already know what Shaq's going to say. So I'll jump in and say it wrong. No. With that shooting form, no. Not with that.
Kenny, of course I would have. Not only that, I'd still dominate. I would have played big and taken you to the post, little man.
Well, you can't be 6'1" and posting them guards in the NBA. Come on, man. Be serious.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. The Bucks leading by 9. They've got D'Angelo Russell, Sharp out there with Cameron Johnson. Then it's Cam Thomas, and it's Wilson in at the small forward position. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. And the basket by Nash.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
To the left side wing. Thomas, right side. Lets it fly from 18, and it falls all over the rim and in. Thomas has got 17 points.
That mid-range is where Thomas may be his most effective and confident.
But you look at Cam Thomas, Grant. Do you think he has the potential to be a star in this league?
Well, you know, it's tough to say, B.A. He has a lot of talent, especially as a scorer. I think he has to keep evolving other parts of his game if he wants to become a full-fledged star.
Sharp passes to Wilson. Now Thomas. 5 on the clock. Rebounded by Lopez. Lopez has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Nash. Finished off the break. Nash has got 39.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Thomas, that's good.
This is what Thomas has to do to be most effective. Make an impact from three-point territory.
Here's Kuzma. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. Milwaukee shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
At the line from Milwaukee.
He's off on the first.
What I love about Kyle Kuzma is he's got size and versatility. He's a capable scorer, but he's also now willing to share the rock.
And he sinks the second. And Russell's got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. Outside Sharp. Rejected by Lopez. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lopez. Up top, Johnson. Johnson a screen on Kuzma. Wilson. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Lillard passes to Nash. Over Thomas. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Nash has got 41.
They are trying to close this out strong, and he's the man who's put you in this position.
Thomas with the ball. 20 points for him. Johnson finds Thomas. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Milwaukee ball.
And a look now at the Milwaukee Bucks' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll face off against Kyle Lowry and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for that game against Chicago, That's a game where you'd be surprised to see them lose. They'd have to have a really off night for them to get upset there.
Portis, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Trent comes in for Kuzma. Back to Antetokounmpo. Ooh, strong move from Giannis inside.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Wilson passes to Thomas. And Brooklyn again with a bucket.
From Wilson.
And the Bucks with the possession here. They're leading by 8. Here's Nash. Thomas defends. Nash passes to Lillard. Here's Nash. The 3-ball. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist.
3.
Lillard's got 8 assists in the game. Pass to Wilson. And here's Thomas. Plenty of space. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. It just comes up empty.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you. Nash misses. Nets trail by 9. Pass to Thomas. Russell deciding where to go with it. Here's Wilson. Now here's Johnson. Antetokounmpo covering. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Boy, Cam Johnson puts that defender in a compromised position. Really good job. Create.
Timeout called here by Jordy Fernandez. He wants to review the game plan.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. There are far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
.46 seconds left in the third quarter. Takes a 3. Brooklyn with the board. Martin outside. To the inside. Watford the pass to Claxton. Williams against Prince. Martin outside. To the paint. Here's Claxton. Good work defensively by Lopez. Here's Milwaukee. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. From the high post. Nash misses. Outside Johnson. Over Prince. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Johnson's got 6 here in the quarter. And so it's Milwaukee closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the... And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and perfect delivery.
Call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for Milwaukee, they've got Prince, Kyle Kuzma out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Damian Lillard, and it's Nash in at the 2 spot.
And don't you love how Lopez sees the floor? This guy is a willing distributor to his teammates.
And Brooklyn with possession here. Martin outside. Outside Johnson. Back to Watford. Launches it. Prince grabs the miss. The Bucks leading by 9. With a 9-footer, and it's Lillard. That time on the assist from Prince.
When you watch Taurean Prince play, you know it's about team. This guy finds the open man and loves delivering it.
Martin, the pass to Johnson. Fires from deep. Damian Lillard with the rebound.
He had it flowing from long range in the first half. Not sure what changed.
Nash misses.
You know, he made an easy shot so much harder, and it really cost him the bucket, guys.
And here is Williams. Back to Johnson. Williams on the wing. Defended by Lillard. Claxton a screen on Lillard. 5 to shoot. And the Nets miss again. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's Nash. Over Johnson. Nash misses. Left side Johnson. Inside. Here's Martin. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Milwaukee making some changes. Antetokounmpo is checked in for Kuzma, and Green is subbed in for Prince. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Nash. Jacks up a 3. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in the game. Martin finds Johnson. 3-pointer off the mark.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
Antetokounmpo can't connect. Nets trail by 9. Pass to Johnson. Now Williams. Over Green. Williams shot is good.
Even if they saw the step back coming, the defense didn't offer much resistance.
Outside, Green. And he lobs it up. Look at Giannis go up and get it.
Impressive how in sync Giannis is with his squad, enabling them to set up a flashy alley-oop.
Brooklyn's gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Martin, the pass to Johnson. Shoots. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo has got 6 rebounds in the game. Pulls up on the wing. And it's Green missing.
Let's be honest, that's not a shot he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Johnson's got 9 points here in the second half. Pass to Nash. Now Lopez. He's guarded by Claxton. Here's Nash. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
From deep, Johnson. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Lopez has got 9 rebounds now.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
To the inside. Poke loose. Outside, Williams. Martin outside. Johnson for 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Nash. Hits yet again! Wow! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up to the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 11. And Jordy Fernandez calls timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned. Given the situation right now. A full line change here for Brooklyn. Portis, he's checked in for the Bucks. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordy Fernandez's huddle. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen in on, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Pass to Lewis. Outside Russell. Now here's Johnson. Thomas, left side. Back to Johnson. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Nash. Nash has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Antetokounmpo. And they double up Antetokounmpo. Portis finds Lillard. Nails it from 3.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Russell, the pass to Sharp. Can they get it? Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Second personal foul.
It's going to be on Bobby Portis.
The defender really went after him.
Shooting two.
Brooklyn making a switch here. Wilson's checked in. Both free throws good from Sharp. The Bucks leading by 12. Nash passes to Antetokounmpo. From the arc. And another one.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Pass to Wilson. Outside Johnson. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The catch and shoot is exactly what you're looking for. Cam Johnson, one of the best shooters in the league.
And he jams it home with authority.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
The Nets shooting only 29% since the fourth quarter began. Pass to Wilson. Back to Russell. Now Thomas. There's the screen by Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Thomas misses.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Offensive rebound. Here's Wilson. Here's Johnson. And that basket makes him 6 for 11. Shooting a good percentage.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell, he can impact winning with both his scoring and his passing.
Fires for 3. Nash misses. Nets trail by 12. Wilson passes to Thomas. Over Green. They get it again. And the bucket is good.
The way they've hit the offensive boards in the second half, you would think they're the team that's leading.
Antetokounmpo inside. Johnson on him. Milwaukee, no good that time either. They're looking to trim the deficit to single digits. To the left wing. Russell from outside. Giannis with the rebound.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Sharp, a screen on Lillard. Down low. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
His third personal foul.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Bucks.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
Just showing some tremendous authority controlling the boards. Love it.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
And they've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a plus.
The first free throw is good.
With 2 shots.
He makes 1 or 2 that time. The Bucks leading by 11. Here's Nash. Russell with the rebound. Russell's got 4 rebounds now. Here's the 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Here's Nash.
Nets foul. Cameron Thomas. Second personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Milwaukee.
No good on that one.
Yeah. Shooting 2.
Second free throw, no good.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
Of course, coaching is a difficult job. You think they're judged unfairly?
I do, BA. I think they go into any circumstance, and it's largely contingent on what is the strength of the organization. What's your ownership like? What What is their commitment level to winning? What is your front office and the decision-making process like? But we all know this. Like, the coaches ultimately are the ones who are...
And yes, another basket.
And with this tremendous night, he is tied for second most 60-point games in a season.
What a year he's having. Game after game, being able to score so effortlessly. Truly remarkable. Milwaukee leading by 13. Lillard with the ball. Now Sharp defending. Here's Nash. Brooklyn with the board. Russell's got 5 rebounds in the game. Launches a 3. Hits the trifecta. Russell's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, tremendous job on the pull-up jumper, right? D'Angelo Russell taking advantage of what the defense gives him.
Pass to Thomas. There's the 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Last 2 minutes to play.
Here's Nash. Thomas defends. Nash misses. Nets trail by 7.
Bucks foul. Nash. Second personal foul. 4th team foul.
There's a minute 54 left in the 4th quarter here. Here's Thomas. Again, the Nets score.
Unshakable individual confidence. That is Cam Thomas. Big-time bucket.
Here's Kuzma. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
Team seconds. Shooting from Milwaukee. Kyle Kuzma. 1 time from the line.
What I love about Kyle Kuzma is this guy understands there's more to the game than just scoring. That's a change from his rookie season. Now he wants to contribute defensively, and he gets on the glass, guys.
Here's Thomas for 3. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Pass to Nash. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Russell's got his 6th rebound on the night. And here's Thomas. It's hauled in by Nash. Milwaukee leading by 8. To the middle. Oh, okay then. And that one is hammered home.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Bucks.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're going to battle hard.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is checked in for Milwaukee. Free throw is good from Russell.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell is his commitment to work. Though he's played for a couple of teams, this guy brings it every day.
And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end. So it's Milwaukee now. Inside, here's Nash. And it's Thomas with the rebound. 4-3. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam. So Milwaukee wins it. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Alex Force and Doris Burke and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long, everybody.
Good job, MP. I see. Visualize a win tonight. Then go out and take it.
they take
眠い。明日用意して朝からどうしよう。なんか、サーバーも主に寝る。これをやるしね。